Mr. Coker, on behalf of the people.
Good morning, Your Honor. Zachary Ward on behalf of Ms. Bush. Ms. Bush, could you please state your name?
Destiny Bush.
Your Honor, at this time, Ms. Bush is prepared to waive her right to a preliminary examination.
Is that correct, Ms. Bush?
Yes, sir.
And you do understand the preliminary examination is a proceeding where the people have to show by probable cause that the offenses alleged, or the offense again, alleged was committed and that you committed it.
I do.
And you understand you'll not have that hearing? Proceed to circuit court for further resolution.
Yes, sir.
People also waive their right.
Yes, Your Honor.
Preliminary examination having been waived, defendant is bound over to circuit court on a single count. Mr. Ward.
Your Honor, we would waive formal reading and stand mute.
Defendant having waived formal reading, standing mute, court will enter a not guilty plea. Pretrial will be set for.
I'm sorry, who's the up judge?
The up judge is Kunke.
So August 1st at 1:30 with Judge Cummings.
Pretrial will be set August 1st, 2023, 1:30 before Judge Kunke. Bond in this matter will continue. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Court does call the cases of the people versus Christopher Hayes.
Good morning, Your Honor. Karma Dadush on behalf of the people seeking permission to practice pursuant to MCR 8.120 under the supervision of Prosecutor Laura Willenberg.
Permission to practice is granted. Good morning.
Thank you. Good morning.
Good morning, Your Honor. Was that Christopher Hayes you called? My computer froze.
Pardon?
Did you call Christopher Hayes? My computer froze.
Is that your excuse this morning? All right. Yes, I did. I did call Mr. Hayes.
Thank you. Sandra White on behalf of Christopher Hayes. Mr. Hayes, can you state your name for the record?
Christopher Hayes.
Your Honor, in this matter, we're asking for an adjournment. There are some videos that we would like to get. And I did receive an offer from the people that I have not had a chance to talk to Mr. Hayes about.
All right. And that's, you want both cases adjourned, I'm presuming.
Yes.
Hearing no objection, probable cause conference will be adjourned to August 3rd, 2023, 9 a.m. Bond will continue.
Actually, Your Honor, two things.
Do you want to address bond?
I do, and my computer froze again, and I didn't hear the date. This is going to be fun this
You
morning.
know what?
It's August 3rd.
I'm not believing any of that. It's August 3rd.
As to bond, Mr. Hayes is 22 years old. He does live in Michigan. He lives outside of Washtenaw County, so he would not have to come back to Washtenaw County where these events took place. He is asking for a PR bond or PR bond with tether.
Your Honor, and I would respectfully object to that. The bond, in the people's opinion, is appropriate because he, in this case, schemed to steal cars, and he has prior convictions of felony larceny and felony stolen vehicle. So we would object to that.
Was he, he has two cases here. Was he on bond on one case when the other arose?
He was on probation to Oakland County.
When these cases arose?
Yes.
And Your Honor,
Motion for bond reduction is denied. Bond will continue.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you.
Court calls the case of the people versus, is it Kalua Friday?
good morning, Your Honor. Laura Willenberg on behalf of the people.
And good morning, Your Honor. Assistant Public Defender Emily New on behalf of Kalua Friday, who is in custody. Miss Friday, can you please state your name?
Kalua Friday.
And Your Honor, may we have a bench conference about this case? This is a case where competency is at issue.
Competency is not an issue. I'm more than confident.
Okay, you want a bench conference? Okay, that's the way to start my morning. Okay, can you throw Miss New and Miss Willenberg into a bench conference?
I committed assault and battery to save my children. And
Ma'am, don't say anything, please.
This time bond will continue.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Right? Thank you. Ohio is present. Is this Owens?
Yes, I believe so.
All right, court does call the case, People versus Thomas Owens.
Good morning, Your Honor. Dylan Shepard on behalf of the people seeking permission to practice pursuant to MCR 8.120 under the supervision of Assistant Prosecuting Attorney Laura Willenbring.
Permission to practice is granted.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Good morning, Your Honor. Sam Bernstein. No need to seek permission to practice, hopefully. With and on behalf of,
I don't know, man. No, go ahead.
with and on behalf of Mr. Owens, who is present. Mr. Owens, could you please state your name for the court?
Thomas Owens. Can you state your name again, Mr. Owens, so that you'll come to my screen?
Thomas Owens.
Got it. Okay, there you are. Okay, what are we doing?
Your Honor, we wish to waive the preliminary exam and agree to be bound over to circuit court.
All right. Mr. Owens, is that correct?
Yes, sir.
You understand that a preliminary examination is a proceeding where the people would have to show by probable cause that the offenses alleged were committed and that you committed them.
Yes, sir.
And you understand you'll not have that hearing and you'll proceed to circuit court for further resolution.
Yes, sir.
People also waive their right?
Yes, Your Honor.
Preliminary examination having been waived, defendant is bound over to circuit court on both counts. Mr. Bernstein.
Your Honor, we ask the court to please waive any further reading and ask the court to continue a not guilty plea and ask for a circuit court pretrial date.
Defendant having waived formal reading, pleading not guilty, court will enter those pleas. Pretrial will be set for
Longer date, right? Because he's at Ohio.
Yeah, I think it's going to have to be set out a bit because they've got to get him from Ohio.
Yeah, August 29th at 1:30 with.
August 29th, 2023, 1:30. I have O'Brien. You have Clunky on this?
If you have O'Brien in the file, then I will correct my date to August 24th.
August 24th, excuse me, folks, 2023, 1:30 before Judge O'Brien.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. Bond will continue.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you, sir.
Can I ask the gentleman at Wayne County to identify himself? He is unmuted.
The gentleman who is at Wayne County, to identify yourself.
Joshua Tantanella.
Court does call the case of the People versus Joshua Tantanella.
Mr. Natra, on behalf of the people.
Good morning, Your Honor. Robert J. Cole on behalf of Joshua Tantanella. Mr. Tantanella, would you state your name for the record, please?
Joshua David Tantanella. Good morning.
Good morning.
Judge, I was just appointed this case the other day. I've not had the pleasure of meeting Mr. Tantanella. Mr. Tantanella, do you expect to be at the Wayne County Jail for a while?
Hopefully no.
Okay, well, I need to get a hold of you. So, Judge, can we adjourn this out a couple weeks and I'll see if I can get a hold of Mr. Tantanella?
All right. Certainly. I'll adjourn this then, probable cause conference till August 3rd, 2023, 9 a.m. Bond will continue.
Judge, what was that date again? August what?
3rd.
All right, thank you.
All right, thank you. Court does call the case of the People versus Gregory Taylor.
Jessica Blanche, appearing on behalf of people. Good morning, Judge Simpson, Attorney Carl Jordan, P number 57226, appearing on behalf of Mr. Gregory Taylor. I'm appearing by Zoom. Mr. Taylor's by Zoom, and this is with our consent, Your Honor.
Very good. All right, what are we doing on this case?
Your Honor, I was hoping that that we would be able to make some traction, but unfortunately, Ms. Blanche and I still have some work to do. May we have another PCC? I think we may be able to resolve it short of having the actual exam. Would that be acceptable to the court, Your Honor?
That's fine with me if you guys are working on it. How much time do you think you'll need?
What do you think, Madam Prosecutor? 2 weeks, 3 weeks?
As soon as you send more information over, and then probably give me a week from there to speak to my officers.
Could we have 3 weeks, Your Honor?
Certainly. It's so nice to watch them get along. I know. It kind of warms my heart. All right. August 10th, 2023, 9 a.m. Bond will continue in this matter.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you, sir. Court does call the case, the People versus Douglas Beard, not in custody.
Good morning, Assistant Attorney General Emmanuel Owusu-Coker, on behalf of the people.
Zachary Ward on behalf of Mr. Beard. Mr. Beard, can you please state your name?
Yes, sir. Douglas Beard.
All right.
Thank you, Your Honor. At this time, Mr. Beard would be waiving his right to a preliminary examination.
All right, Mr. Beard, is that correct?
Yes, sir.
You understand that a preliminary examination is a proceeding where the people would have to show by probable cause that the offense alleged was committed and that you committed it.
Yes, sir.
You understand you'll not have that hearing. You'll proceed to circuit court for further resolution.
Yes, sir.
People also waive their right?
Yes, Your Honor.
Preliminary examination having been waived, defendant is bound over to circuit court on the single count. Mr. Ward.
Thank you, Your Honor. We'd waive formal reading and stand mute.
Defendant having waived formal reading, standing mute, court will enter not guilty plea. Pretrial will be set for. Okay. Is Funky.
August 29th at 1:30 with Judge Conklin.
August 29, 2023, 1:30 before Judge Conklin.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. Bond will continue.
Thank you.
Court. Well, is that an AG case here? Yes.
He has
Let
a
me
bunch.
do that.
He has a bunch today.
Let me just, oh, he does.
Yeah, he's got the next
Got a
like
boat
4.
work. Okay, well, let's do this one. Court does call the case, People versus Rendanta Gordon.
Good morning, Assistant Attorney General Emmanuel Owusu-Coker, on behalf of the people.
Mr. Gaddy.
Your Honor, I was just telling Mr. Gordon to unmute himself when I realized I was muted. Mike Gaddy, Assistant Public
You
Defender.
know, people in your office should learn to do that more. I hear from yesterday, but go ahead.
Mike Gaddy, Assistant Public Defender for Mr. Gordon. Mr. Gordon, if you could unmute yourself and state your name.
I know somebody he can go to figure out how to unmute. What? I'm sorry. I just know. I'm just saying.
Oh, I'm here now.
All right. We got you. State your name, sir.
Ray Dante Gordon.
Thank you. All right. What are we doing on this?
Your Honor, I've had some communication from the with the Attorney General and with Mr. Gordon. It appears that after a bond would be applied, there's about $1,100 and change owing in this matter. I think we may be able to get it resolved if we could adjourn it 2 or 3 weeks, if that's okay with Mr. Coker.
It's fine with the people.
All right. Probable cause conference. I'm going to give you August 10, 2023, 9 a.m.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you.
Mr. Coker.
Continue in this matter. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
I'll be in touch, Mr. Gordon.
Okay.
In custody's out. Court does call the case, People versus Michael Haywood.
Nimish Ganatra for the people.
Good morning, Your Honor. Joy Gaines, Senior Assistant Public Defender representing Mr. Haywood. Mr. Haywood, would you please state your name for the record?
Michael Haywood.
Your Honor, Mr. Haywood was scheduled to enter a plea in the federal court on July 11th, I believe it was. On that day, and I've communicated by email with his federal defense attorney. On that day, they received some additional discovery from the U.S. attorney. The offer that was made is being held open until August 11th, I believe, so that they can do some additional investigation based on that discovery. I know that they are communicating with the investigator and also planning to meet with Mr. Haywood on Friday. So we are asking for an adjournment. It's my understanding that if Mr. Haywood were to take that, the original plea offer, that he would be incarcerated for at least 10 years. There's a 10-year minimum that would, frankly, I think, eat up a good portion of this case. So we are asking for an adjournment maybe to early September so that we can get more information and perhaps resolve this case.
Any objection from the people?
No.
What's my first date in September? It's going to be the 7th. I'll adjourn probable cause September 7th, 2023, 9 a.m. Bond will continue in this manner.
Thank you, Your Honor. Thank you, Mr. Haywood.
Thank you.
Thank you. Court does call the case of the people versus Robin Slater.
Good morning, Your Honor. Allie Zend on behalf of the people seeking permission to practice pursuant to Michigan Court Rule 8.120 under the supervision of Assistant Prosecuting Attorney Laura Willenbring.
Permission to practice is granted. Good morning.
Zachary Ward on behalf of Mr. Slater. Mr. Slater, could you please state your full name?
Need to unmute Mr. Slater or have somebody. There you go.
Ramon Slater.
Thank you.
Welcome.
What are we doing?
Your Honor, at this time, we'd request a preliminary examination, and I'd like to address bond.
Preliminary examination he's in. Will be set for August 1st, 2023, 9 a.m. in person before Judge Barr. As to bond.
Your Honor, Mr. Slater is presently being held on a $25,000 cash or surety bond. It's the only thing holding him. Mr. Slater has substantial ties to the community. He will be living with his mother in Belleville. She has COPD. He assists with helping her get treatment. He's employed as a painter and has been doing that for years. He's lived here in the area all his life. He also has a couple medical appointments coming up that will also time the community. We're requesting the court consider either a personal bond, home confinement, or a reduction of the $25,000 bond.
Response.
Your Honor, at this time, we would object to that. We would ask he remain in custody. Due to the nature of this case, the victim is extremely fearful of him. And when officers arrived, she was very reluctant to even state any of the details of what happened, but eventually agreed to talk with officers. When they were talking to her, they noticed she had large bruises on her arms, a cigarette burn with the ash still under her eye, and other bruises and marks throughout her body. She also stated that a week ago he had kicked in her front door, and she was so fearful she wouldn't provide any more information. And we would ask at this time that the bond remain in place. And if he is released, we would also ask that a GPS tether be added as a condition of bond.
Yeah, the GPS tether looks like it's in place.
Your Honor, if I may briefly respond to the prosecution, my office did receive a letter purporting to be from the alleged victim in this case, substantially recanting any statements made and said no felonious assault occurred. Obviously, that's just a letter. I have provided that to the prosecution, but Mr. Slater will abide by any no contact order and any other requirements the court deems necessary.
Allegation is that he was burnt with a lit cigarette.
Yes, and letter describes that being incidental, her stating she having no burns or anything like that, and that she was upset when the police arrived. So that's why she indicated it was done purposefully, but that was not the truth.
Coming up on preliminary examination on the first, given what I've heard, motion for bond reductions denied. Bond will continue. Then Judge Bauer can take another look at it after hearing testimony. Thank you.
Your Honor.
Court calls the case People versus Cordero Ivy.
Good morning, Assistant Attorney General Emmanuel Owusu-Coker, on behalf of the people.
Morning, Mahazidan, on behalf of Ivy Cordero, requesting permission to practice pursuant to MCR 8.120 under the supervision of Attorney Michael Gaddy.
Permission to practice is granted, and I think his name is Cordero Ivy, but that's okay. Mr. Ivy, are you here?
Yes, sir. Good morning. Cordero Ivy.
Good morning, sir. All right. Okay, what are we doing on this case, folks?
Your Honor, I was able to confirm with the Attorney General this morning that bond was received in this matter. So at this time, we would like to waive the preliminary examination and move forward with circuit court.
All right, Mr. Ivy, is that what you wish to do?
So I gotta actually go to court now?
Well, you're in court right now. But
Yeah, I know.
Yes.
I know, but yeah, down in Ann Arbor. I mean, it was, so the child support money, did it get sent over already? Like,
My understanding is, and sir, if you don't want to waive, that's fine. But my understanding, your counsel's indicated the money has been paid over to the account verified by the Attorney General. And based upon that, they're looking to waive this matter up to circuit court so that this matter can ultimately resolve.
yes, sir.
Okay, is that what you want to do?
Yes, sir.
Would you do you need more time to talk to your attorney before you do that, or you're prepared to do that now?
I'm prepared to do whatever I have to do, sir.
All right, okay. You understand that a preliminary examination would be a proceeding where the people would have to show by probable cause that the offense alleged was committed and that you committed it.
Yes, sir.
You understand that by waiving, you'll not have that hearing and that you'll proceed to circuit court for further resolution.
Yes, sir.
All right, and just once again, that's what you want to do, correct?
Yes.
All right. People also waive.
Yes, Your Honor.
Preliminary examination having been waived, defendant is bound over to circuit court on the single count. Counsel.
At this time, we would waive formal reading, Your Honor, and we stand mute to the charges.
Defendant having waived formal reading, standing mute to the charges, court will enter a not guilty plea. Pretrial in this matter will be set for up judge on this one is, it's DSS, but that's going to go to, I don't know. Yes.
August 28th at 1:30.
August 28th, 2000, actually, yeah, that's fine. 2023, 1:30 before Judge, you have it, Slay? Yeah, but that was Swartz, was the up judge on this one, but hold on. Do you have it, Ron?
It's not in my JIS.
It's not in JIS.
So Swartz wants it.
Right, it went to Conlon.
Okay, then August 30th.
August 30th, excuse me, folks, 2023, 1:30 before Judge Conlon.